Welcome to Michigan Condo Voices, where real co-owners and real Michigan communities come together. We break down the issues that matter most with clarity and transparency. Let's get into today's episode.
Hi everyone, Stephanie from Michigan Condo Voices. Today we're going to talk about why some boards silence co-owners and the truth no one talks about. Before I get started, please hit the subscribe button. It's free. Thank you. Across the country, more and more co-owners are asking the same question. Why do HOA boards silence co-owners? Boards call anyone who speaks up a disruptor. Sometimes they even bring in lawyers to intimidate the very people who fund the association. So what are HOAs so afraid of? Let's break down the 5 biggest reasons your board may silence co-owners. Across the U.S., 46% of co-owners believe that their HOA board abuses power or overreaches, according to a 2023 Home Advisor survey. Why? Because when a single co-owner raises informed questions or expects accountability, it disrupts their comfort zone. Some boards become very comfortable operating behind closed doors and in Zoom meetings. When residents start asking questions, it threatens that comfort. Instead of engaging, they try to eliminate the source of the question. Because when you silence one voice, the rest of the community learns to stay quiet, and silence protects that control. Fear of exposure or scrutiny. Studies from the Community Associations Institute show that 26% of HOA conflicts stem from poor communication and lack of transparency. Boards who are incompetent in their books, processes, or elections often try to limit visibility. If budgets are unclear, records aren't well maintained, or processes weren't followed correctly, boards know transparency will expose it. Dissent shines a light on inconsistencies. That's why people who read their bylaws, request records, and ask direct questions are often the very first to be shut down. And not because they're wrong, but because they're paying attention. Dissent asks the questions that expose these inconsistencies. Where's the records? Where's the money going? And why are co-owners not being heard? Restricting speech becomes a shield for mismanagement, not a tool for community health. Mistaking criticism for attack. A 2022 HOA USA Member Insights report found that 58% of boards admit they feel personally attacked when a co-owner questions their decisions. This is one of the biggest breakdowns in HOA governance. Instead of responding with professionalism in a timely fashion, some boards treat dissent as a personal insult. Silencing co-owners is about protecting egos and punishing the person who asks the uncomfortable questions. Avoidance is not accountability. We see this when board members say things like, "Oh, I've only been on the board for 2 years or 3 years," or whatever it is, and as if that is somehow an excuse for the problems that they inherited. But here's the truth, co-owners. When you step into a leadership role, you inherit both the authority and the responsibility that comes with it. You may not have caused the mismanagement, but you are now responsible for addressing it, correcting it, and preventing it from continuing. Using the "I'm new" defense sends the message that accountability only applies when it's convenient. It shifts blame instead of demonstrating leadership. And in many associations, this becomes a pattern. React emotionally to criticism, then distance yourself from the very issues the community needs you to fix. So when criticism is raised, questions about budgets, records, transparency, or financial decisions, dismissing it as a personal attack or hiding behind the "I'm new" excuse doesn't solve anything. It only reinforces the idea that accountability is optional. But it's not optional. It's part of the job. Attorney-driven intimidation, what I like to call bullying. The national data shows HOAs that rely heavily on legal counsel are 32% more likely to restrict participation based on the 2021 HOA management industry analysis. Some attorneys take the ultra cautious approach. Don't allow open discussions, don't allow public criticism, don't allow transparency. And sometimes I wonder if boards misinterpret this as we should shut down any dissent to avoid risk. Ironically, this creates even more risk: legal, financial, and reputational. Silencing co-owners almost always leads to escalation, mistrust, and eventually legal conflict. It's the opposite of protecting the association. Groupthink. Research on small governance groups, including HOA boards, shows that groupthink increases by 67% when the same individual remain in power for more than 3 years. This fosters closed decision-making, internal loyalty over accountability, hostility toward outside opinions. Boards like this don't want the community conversation because it challenges the unified narrative inside the bubble. They redefine dissenters as the problem instead of the governance failures that created the issues. When the same people stay in power for years, they stop seeing new perspectives or being helpful. They see them as threats. Boards form echo chambers where loyalty and each other becomes more important than accountability to the community. Anyone who disagrees is labeled a problem, a disruptor, or the issue. Meanwhile, the real issue is the culture of silence that they have created. HOA shouldn't be afraid of co-owners who speak up. Those voices are the people keeping the community honest. Because the real danger isn't dissent. The real danger is when dissent is silenced. And once you silence one co-owner, the entire community stops asking questions. I want all the co-owners to remember something important. Participation is not disruption. It's your right. Keep asking questions. Force your boards to be accountable. Thank you for watching. Didn't plan on getting so emotional, but these things really hit home. I see it in many HOAs and even in my own HOA. And it's not a good look. All right, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.